Well, hello, Coffee Time friends. How y'all doing? It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
In the neighborhood. Pretty and white.
Pretty and white, snowed all day. All day long it has snowed. It's been a fine snow, so it's not been like a huge accumulation, but we have covered up the tracks and
Not a little.
and it's a
Windy.
windy day, but it's a balmy 19 degrees here. But everything's doing good. I ain't complaining. I ain't complaining at all. I'm just saying that's what it is. Mama is cooking up a storm now.
Oh, sure.
I work from home today, but I smelled the smell wafting through the house. And I thought, what on earth is she cooking? It was cooked chicken. One of my favorite things in the world is cooked chicken. And you can put anything on it you want, and it tastes great, and you can just spice it up or leave it plain. That's one thing I guess we like about it. Mama, bring your taters over here. She's making cheesy potatoes. And the way she makes them is just like she makes her mac and cheese, except she uses the potatoes instead of the noodles. So if you know how she makes macaroni and cheese, you know how.
I just sliced them like that.
Kind of like our gratin style in a kettle.
Yeah, it's quicker than trying to bake it.
Now she'll leave that water in there, or
Most
the potatoes
of it.
done.
No, they're not. They're done. They ain't got to boil into it.
So once they get done, she'll take a little of the water, unless a lot of it boils out, and then she'll start adding that cheese. She'll add this. This is the So Cheesy, whatever. It's the store brand Velveeta. So cheesy. But you recognize it, don't you? For what it is. This is not real cheese. It's cheese food, processed cheese. But we use real cheese with it. Milk.
This is the best cheese.
We're having broccoli medley steam in the bag. We're going to put that in the microwave. And we're having cooked chicken. What a wonderful meal. We've got cornbread here if the green gremlins haven't come to visit.
Green gremlins. I don't believe I want it if you're talking about it.
There are no green gremlins. Don't even see a sign of them. You can see them when they start. They come on, little specks, usually little bitty tiny, and you can start seeing them in your cornbread. This is just as fresh. We'll pop this in the microwave, warm it up, so we can have it with our meal tonight. My hair took a little rough spell because I went outside and the wind is blowing like crazy. Mama, have you not been out, have you?
No, I have not.
That wind?
It's
I've not experienced wind like
all the
that.
thing I done is where the mailman brought the package. So
It was swirling and it was blowing snow out of trees and it was a lot of wind. But we got a package. So I ran that. Boy, it didn't take long to tear me up. Because it was so windy. Hi, John and Mama from Kentucky. Era, A-R-A. How's your weather? Is it about like ours? It's probably very similar, isn't it? Looks yummy. Hey, Margaret. Hey, John and Mama. How is the weather there? Chase, it's snowed. It's cold. It's been a winter blast. Do you know I checked the forecast? Next Friday, our low is 50 degrees. Our high is 62 degrees. Now, that's a week from today, I know. But that's the weather of East Tennessee. You can depend on that kind of weather in East Tennessee. If you don't like it, it's going to change rapidly. And that's the reason a lot of people, I hear people say all the time, people will be sick with that kind of weather because it'll warm up and then it gets cold. I don't know if it really makes sickness or not. I know sickness comes from germs and viruses. But it sure does make for knowing what to wear hard sometimes. Now, it's going to be cold this weekend. It's going to be cold Monday. But by Friday, we're going to be in early spring with 62 degrees. Hello, John and Mama. Hey, Patricia. That's our weather in Mississippi. Glenda, you're experiencing that? Same thing, ain't it? John, what's your weather next Friday? I want your weather next Friday. Well, Brandy, you'd have to take some of this Friday to make it fair. I want my weather next Friday, too. Hello from Pikeville. Well, we know where that is. Is it Nidra? Nidra Scott. We know where that is. Pikeville. Hello, Mama and John.
Here is the steam my glasses up. That's 3 big chicken breasts.
Look at that, Mama. That almost resembles dumplings.
Well, we might make us some dumplings tomorrow for lunch or something.
Okay.
But that is the 3 chicken breasts, and all I did was just put a little bit of butter and salt in there and cook that.
That's a bone right there.
Yeah, it was bone, skin, bone, 3 breasts, so I will have enough for 2 meals out of
And that skin and that bone will just make that broth so thick and rich and delicious and great for dumplings or anything that Mama decides to put in it. We use our broth. We never throw broth away. And one thing we have found, Mama found it, I didn't find it, was those plastic jars and lids that mayonnaise and JFG salad dressing comes in. She washes those out. She lets her broth cool and she pours it up in there and just puts the lid on good and tight. Puts it in the freezer. When she gets ready for it, she microwaves it for just a little while. 2 minutes or something, Mama?
Yeah, it's not long.
And it'll just chunk right out of there.
You can leave it set out at room temperature.
She leaves it sit out at room temperature usually.
If I know ahead.
And then, once you pour it up and use it, you throw that old plastic, waxy, greasy jar away. You don't need it. You don't have to wash it. Hi, John and Mama from Kentucky. Western Kentucky. Stay safe and warm. Kathy, how's things out west? Are y'all in better shape than you are? Hello from Knoxville. Hey, Vicky. 33 degrees, wind chill 27. Felt like chili cornbread tonight. Wendy, that is good. I love a chili cornbread night. We had those hot dogs last night, and I chose to have that for lunch today, and it was delicious. Hello from Knoxville. Morning, John and Mama. Wayne, it's a little past morning, but we'll take it. Hello, Mom and John from Glasgow. I had friends from Glasgow that was like family. I had never really heard of Glasgow until I met them, and then I got to know Glasgow pretty good. Very cold there. I bet it is, Ronnie. How can I get the hot dog chili recipe? Kathy, Nola probably has posted it. It's been posted many times. We have an official hot dog chili recipe. That one we take places, we take to church, we do different stuff with that recipe. A lot of times, like last night, Mama will throw a little variated version of it together. We usually cook our meat in coffee. We chop it up real fine. We let the coffee cook out. We use Mexican chili in our hot dog chili only. No beans, nothing else, really. Just the chili powder and a little bit of fine chopped onion. And we use Greek seasoning in it, and I know it's got MSG and some more stuff in it. It's not good for you. Just don't use it every day, is all I can say. And we use that in it. What else you put in it, Mama?
The onions. And
the big recipe, we always finish it off with a can of Coca-Cola. But that's easy. You can we'll add a little Coke sometime here when we're just doing a small amount. Then we let that cook down and let it dry a little bit. Not real dry, but just right. And she puts a little bit of tomato paste in it, salt, pepper. We put Y'all's Secret with garlic powder and onion powder, Southern Secret, and I think that's all we put in last night. But there is an official John and Mama recipe out there. Nola will, if she's on here tonight, she will post it. She probably did last night on that video. You can go to that video and probably find it. Hello, Mama and John. Blessings from Atlanta. Hey, Gregory. Gregory Smith, what's Atlanta like? Now, Atlanta, I always think about y'all being warm. And when I think about Atlanta, I don't think about wintertime Atlanta. Do y'all get much snow in Atlanta? Or is it kind of bypass you all? Watching from South Carolina. Margaret, what's your weather like? Hey, Mama, how do you fix a broken tomato?
A broken tomato.
Uh-huh. Now,
You put ketchup on it.
Brandy, you'll have to tell us the answer down through here somewhere because I just saw that part right there. Somebody help us out with that. Cold and snowy here, Wanda says. Hey, John. Hey, Lisa. Hello, John and Mama. We are going to have a chilly weekend in Central Florida. Tammy, no. I always think of Florida as warm, even if it's just a little cool. Hi, John and Mama from Owensboro, Kentucky. Now, Sherry, we know where Owensboro is. We have friends there, too. Wilson, Kentucky, stay safe and warm. Kathy, how are you? My grandma and grandpa lived in Lake City, Rocky Top.
Yay!
Kimberly. Did they live in Cold Creek?
That's way back.
Did they live in Cold Creek ever, Kimberly? We have an area not far from here, and it used to be called Cold Creek. Then they changed it to Lake City, and now they changed the name of the whole place to Rocky Top. So I think Rocky Top's one of my favorite ones. So good old Rocky Top. Hey, Carol. Sounds good from Cleveland, North Carolina.
I'm going to show them this.
You can't find Nola's post. Look on last night's.
I just,
Okay, Mama's getting ready to show you this little something
I
here.
cut off the china that big,
Mm-hmm.
and it's in there. I'm going to show you that.
The only difference between this and the macaroni and cheese, you gotta fold it. And when you fold, you go to the bottom,
Well,
bring it up
it'll-
and roll it. Because you don't want to just
good.
completely
Just
mash
let
it.
it melt. I'll set it back over here and turn it on.
So macaroni and cheese, you can just stir it. So that's a little bit of the cream, a little bit of the cheese, and she'll put some American slices in it as well. You start stirring those taters, you'll have soupy mashed potatoes and cheese. So you want to just kind of let them get hot, and if you do stir them, you just kind of fold them during the broadcast. We probably should have put the cheese in when you had them over here a while ago, Mom.
I should have.
Hello from Ohio. Hey, Frank Cooper. You got Lake Erie effect snow. Now you all, I don't know how you folks manage with that lake effect snow because you get big snows just from the lake effect. Iowa. Hey, Irma from Iowa. Cold and snowy there too. Yeah, y'all get weather about like ours, I think. Hey, Teresa. Hi, John and Mama from Winfield, Tennessee. Well, Shirley Davis, Winfield's real close to us. Hello from Beaver Dam, Kentucky. Hey, Kay.
I've got 5 pieces of American cheese here. I'm going to drop in that.
Drop them off piece by piece. You don't just put a whole hunk of that in there. Even in your macaroni and cheese, it takes forever to melt. Forever. Nola did post the chili recipe. Thank you, Linda. I knew she probably had, because Nola stays right on top of that stuff. Oh, thank you for the stars, D. Wow, D. D, you sent 1,000 stars, Mom.
Oh, wow.
Tell D thank her. And look at that pretty little picture that popped up with it.
Huh.
Thank you, D. Arterburn Feller. Thank you, D. Hello from Ada, Oklahoma. Angela? Ada. Did we go to Ada, Oklahoma ever, Mama?
I don't remember it.
I don't remember the name, but... So Kathy says some of them couldn't find it. Look on J&M Recipes. That's what Nola puts them on. It's on a site. It's not on our site. It's a site that she uses to keep up with all the recipes. If I can find it, I will pull it for y'all. Somebody said, don't get upset, there's over 1,000. Looks like there's about 1,700 folks, Charles says. Yeah, we can't see all the posts, so we don't even get them all. During the broadcast, what we see scrolling up through here is not exactly what you all see. Even when I go back and watch the videos, I see them scrolling up through there. It's not exactly true to form every time. Don't know why, but I'll see them, and then, like, I'll be looking, somebody will say something, you know, didn't you see my post? Or, nope, I didn't. See, like right now, I've got, we didn't get any snow from Kelly. It's what's my top one is. But see, sometimes if they freeze on here and I have to unfreeze them, or I don't know, it just don't always come through there. So Nola's on here. She said, hello, John and Mama. And Coffee Time family, please pray for our family. Aw, Nola's lost her sister. She was at her sister-in-law's funeral. Know that our prayers will go out for you. That's so sad. Losing folks. It's so sad.
You want your cheesy potatoes in a bowl like
Yes,
potato
ma'am.
soup?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay.
Hello from Wisconsin. Hey, Dawn. Fix a broken tomato. Barbara, thank you for that.
How do you do it?
Mama, you tell us. That's your question.
Oh, how do you fix a broken tomato?
Hey, Mama, how do you fix a broken tomato?
Well,
The answer's really easy.
ketchup with sauce, tomato sauce,
Or
tomato paste.
tomato paste. Mama's smart. You can't get a lot over on her, but that's the answer. Thank you, Barbara, for sharing that with us. That should have been a given. I should have got that.
Tomato paste.
Hey, Coffee Time with John and Mama. From Louisville, Kentucky. 18 degrees here. Oh my goodness. Just be. Oh, y'all cover them horses up tonight. Hello, John and Mama from. Pronounce that. Dahlonega. Dahlonega, Georgia. I just probably made everybody in that hotel mad. Because I'm sorry, I just think. John and Mama from Michigan. Hey, Evans. Family, how are you?
Watch out for the.
Hi from Kentucky. Tuesday, Linders Rose. Dennis Williams. Hey, John and Mama. Hey, Dennis. Hey, from West Point, Mississippi. Love you, John and Mama. Laura, thank you so much. Is your name Laura, or did you put your first name there twice? Well, thank you for the stars, too. Hey, John and Mama, I really enjoy your videos so much. Well, Carol, thank you. We enjoy y'all being here. Look at this meal, folks. Look what my sweet little mama. Now, I do notice one thing about this meal.
It's quick and easy.
It's quick and easy, but it's all my favorites. Look there, steamed vegetables, one of my favorites. Cheesy potatoes, one of my favorites. And cooked chicken, hands down. Mama's not a big cooked chicken person as much as I am. Now, honest to goodness, I could just fix cooked chicken, and I used to do it back when I was trying to do better, I guess. I could fix cooked chicken and just eat it all week. And used to, I did that on Sundays. Fix a big old thing of cooked chicken and eat that for every day. And I could eat that every day for lunch and never have the same lunch twice. Never have the same lunch twice and eat cooked chicken every day. Because one day I'd put barbecue on it. One day I'd put lemon pepper or lime pepper on it. Maybe one day I would just eat the cooked chicken. I'd put any kind of seasoning I wanted to. Just like this Bama burger, it's delicious on cooked chicken. You can eat it all day. Everything bagel, delicious on cooked chicken. Lime pepper, bing, ding, ding, delicious. Fancy Steakhouse, it's not just for steak. You could use it for chicken as well. Cinnamon sugar, no, I'm just joking. Not on cooked chicken.
You are.
It's good on them apples though. I ate one of my favorite snacks the other day. I had shared it with y'all again. I love to take an orange, a good juicy navel orange, peel it, section it out, put it on my plate, and sprinkle it with that y'all's cinnamon sugar. I didn't say it was the healthiest, I just said it was delicious. If you've not tried cinnamon sugar on your navel oranges, it's a thumbs up. Mama, this cooked chicken looks delicious. Do you want any seasonings on yours?
I may take some of that
Lime.
lime, a little lime.
That's what I'm having. Lime pepper from y'all's. It's like lemon pepper, except it's lime pepper. I'm just gonna let you do your yeah, she said you are. There it is, see? Look at that. Gorgeous.
You don't have to get chestnuts in yours.
Yeah, I don't want none of them chestnuts.
I'll take them in mine.
Look here. I'll let you dip mine out there, Mama. Mama, I noticed there ain't a lot of green on yours.
Well, I got chestnuts.
Peas and carrots and broccoli would be fine for me, ma'am.
I know it. I'm trying to get you out of it.
Look how green mine is compared to hers.
I'm gonna get me some.
And
A little, not a whole lot.
I'm gonna let you watch me dip this up because
It was all carrots. That bag was made for you.
This is the potato cheesy soup. Want a little cheesy soup on there. Well, I mean, I said soup. It's not really.
I let the potatoes cook too much, though.
Yeah, you did. A little bit. That's okay, Mom. And we probably could have put them in when you brought the potatoes over here the first time. And it could have held up a little better. And that cornbread, you want cornbread, Mama?
No, I don't.
I may not
I
have.
warmed it for you, though.
Did you warm it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I ain't gonna turn down a piece of warmed cornbread. All right, there it is, folks. Just like downtown. Yum. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for this wonderful meal. We thank you for the precious hands that prepared it, dear Lord. We just ask you to bless it for the nourishment of our bodies. Dear Lord, during all this weather, dear Lord, we just thank you that we're here to see it. Dear Lord, we just thank you that we've got electricity and all those things. And Lord, we just pray for those that have to be out in it, those who can't avoid it, dear Lord, and just be with each and every one of them. Be with everyone gathered here tonight, dear Lord. They're like family, and we just pray for their needs, and we pray for their prayer requests. And we just ask you to answer everything in your time and your will and your glory. Watch over us and keep us, dear Lord. Lead, guide, and direct us. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
All right, Mama. The seasonings are available for you right here. Anything you want.
I want a little of the Southern Secret for my vegetables. I'll get it out in a minute.
There you go, man.
Thank you.
Now, let's try it out. See, it looked a little bland before I seasoned it. Look at that chicken. That looks delicious. Look at them veggies.
Mm-hmm. Everything looks good, doesn't it?
Your plate looks bare.
I don't have cornbread in it, so.
Okay. A little bit of broccoli. What's this? Get that broccoli and that cheese. I can even get a little bit of that over all that, couldn't I? Can't wait to get into this chicken. But anyhow, I was telling you, I would meal prep on Sundays, and I could do steamed vegetables one day, I would do minute rice one day, and have a good lunch about every day, and I only have cooked chicken. And it was a little healthier than some things, with a little bit of spice. Sometimes, you know, you had to watch your barbecue sauces and those sweetened things, but you could really eat healthy with just some good old cooked chicken. That lime pepper is delicious. I love it on chicken, don't you, Mama?
Mm-hmm. Good on that.
The lime just wakes you up, wakes all your taste buds up.
I don't know the far enough or something.
You are a little at an angle, Mama. We'll just let them watch you eat.
Oh, I don't want to watch me eat. I eat like
Some of y'all made comments about Mama slurping her soup last night. It wasn't that bad.
It was, I had help. I had help with my soup.
Oh, mercy.
Oh, no.
I used to work with a woman for years, and we'd have a thing at work, you know, where we would eat. And I had a thing on my phone, a sound effect, and it was a big, loud burp, a long, drawn-out one. And then after we would get through eating, I'd get my phone set to the right spot, and I'd go up to her and I'd say, "Did you enjoy your lunch?" And about the time she answered, I go, "Blurp," on my phone. I said, "Well, I guess you did." And she'd say, "That wasn't me, that wasn't me. That was him, he did that." And I'd say, "That's okay, they believe you." Tie her up, because here I was acting like she was burping. But it was fun.
It was all right.
For me, I didn't know that way. We were off camera when you said that. Huh?
I said, you do me every way, though.
I don't do it, Mama.
Look at them little tiny peas that come out
I
there.
know. I'm just watching you eat them old water chestnuts.
They're all right.
I think my potatoes have cooled down. I can eat them. If the potatoes was on the plate, it would be a full plate of food. It just looks sparse since you've got your potatoes in a separate bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Cheesy potatoes are delicious.
The chicken is real good. I shot.
If you don't,
I ain't too wild about cooked chicken, but that is good.
with the lime pepper, it's delicious.
Mm.
If you don't use Mama's recipe, use your own macaroni and cheese recipe, and make you some cheesy potatoes. They're better than au gratin, I think. What do you think, Mama?
Mm-hmm.
When I was a kid, I called them au gratin potatoes because I thought that's what Mama was saying. we're having all rotten potatoes. And she would say, we're having all rotten potatoes in my little ears, is the way I heard it. And I was like, why is she cooking all rotten potatoes? I wasn't even trying. And one day she said, why won't you eat these? You like macaroni and cheese? And I said, Mama, I'm not eating all rotten potatoes. And she said, it's not that, it's just cheesy potatoes.
So they've been cheesy potatoes ever since.
All rotten potatoes. It's funny what kids hear. We had a preacher. One time he said his grandson come home from church and was talking about the Sunday school lesson. Now, he told this for it to be the real thing, but could have been a joke. I'm not sure. But anyhow, he said, well, what was your Sunday school lesson about? And he said, that little boy said, you know them 3 guys that didn't mind the king and they got thrown in the fire? And the preacher said, yeah? Do you remember their names? He said, yep. He said, what was it? And he said, shake a leg, break a leg, and off to bed we go. So every time I hear that story, I think about, instead of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, I think about shake a leg, break a leg, and off to bed we go. Kids say the funniest things.
I even picked up on some of the stuff. It's
Yeah.
you never think they would hear or think it was.
And even if they get it wrong like that, they're just as sincere as they can be about it. Shake a leg, break a leg, and off to bed we go.
Well, he's on the right track anyway.
Those are hard names to remember. Mama, this is absolutely delicious. And this tea is absolutely delicious too.
Mm-hmm. I forgot to finish pouring now.
You want some more? You want some more?
I'll get in on then if this is enough now.
Why are you using such a low glass?
Well, to be honest, I poured that when I started cooking to get me a sip of something. You know how you drink up a sip or two?
Yeah. So you just kept your little glass.
Yeah. I thought I got to have a drink of something right fast.
See, I'm the opposite. If I'm thirsty, I'll get something like this. I figure I'm going to need it. This is y'all's. It keeps the ice good, keeps the tea good. Mama says this is decaf.
Oh, tomorrow's Saturday anyway, it don't matter.
Then she said that, and I'm like, are you just messing with me or you ain't for sure?
It's supposed to be decaf.
If I'm up all night, there'll be no cleaning tomorrow or moving or what all you got for me to do tomorrow?
I'm not planning nothing because we don't follow through with it a lot of times.
Now, Mama, 9 times out of 10 I do.
We're going to just get up and what hits the notion is what we'll do.
That's your notion you're talking about, right?
Yeah, my notion, not yours.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. There ain't a whole lot we can do.
No, you can't open the doors.
You can't open the doors. You can't haul stuff around.
They don't want you to use the dryer or dishwasher and stuff either. Through the cold parts.
How come? Oh, electricity.
Electricity, not to overuse it. I was smart. I got all the washing caught up before it hit.
I heard today they added, they don't want you to use the dryers and the oven, brooms and mops and dust rags.
Oh, no, I know better than all of that. Dryers and ovens and dishwashers, yeah. But brooms and mops.
They don't really even want you making your bed.
Mm. I'll have to call tomorrow and check on
Okay.
that.
I think they really would rather you not.
Yeah.
Don't even make your bed, they said. Don't use nothing. Basically, they want you to just lay around and watch a little TV.
Well, they probably do want you to rest.
I don't know. I'll be up at my regular time doing my regular thing. So,
They probably don't want you to make a pot of coffee.
no, Mama, they didn't say that.
No, they didn't.
I won't iron any clothes. I won't use the dryer. Well, I tell you what, that's fine. Well, I don't know which one uses most, the percolator or the stovetop percolator.
The
I'll go out.
stovetop.
Really?
I say it is.
I'll go out in the garage and use the candy kitchen, and I'll use the gas stove and make me a stovetop pot of coffee.
Mm-hmm.
If I have to, I'll bundle up, I'll go out to the fire pit, and I'll use my camp percolator.
The way that wind was blowing, it wouldn't be safe to have a fire in it.
This is a tried and true method. Y'all know we go without electricity once in a while. So you coffee drinkers that have a stovetop percolator. Our electricity was off for 3 days one time. I opened the oven door, I pulled out the bottom rack, I lit me a candle, laid it on the oven door. I used my stovetop percolator on that oven rack, and I had perk coffee. So, you can do lots of things. So if I have to, Mama, I'll make coffee with a candle
Mm-hmm.
or two.
I said you can put those little candles in muffin tins and
Mm-hmm.
set your kettles and warm
That
soups
works.
and stuff.
There's also a thing you can do with bricks.
Yeah.
You can have you some coffee. Or a cup of tea. Mama, you got anything you want to add tonight?
Mm-hmm.
Do any of y'all have anything you want to add tonight?
Lord, you've had
Y'all
something
ain't praise
to add.
that, Mama. Can you imagine when we have more electric cars? Oh, Maureen, I know. Anything for coffee, Rose. That's right, Rosalie. Anything for coffee. Tell Mama I said hi.
Mm-hmm.
Mama, Matthew Ryan said hi.
Well, hi.
Yes, bricks. Was just going to say that. That's right, Deanna. But we got electricity. They just don't want us using it.
They don't care if you're using it, just don't abuse it. Be cautious of everything.
John, who says this? Nancy says, John, is your favorite word mama? Well, Nancy, I would have to say probably it is. Probably it is. There is nothing wrong with that word. Nola's taking that for me. Next to the Lord is one of the most beautiful words there is. Amen, Nola. What would y'all rather me call her? Queenium? We get all kinds of comments on here, folks.
Always.
John, 4 tea lights, candles, in a muffin tin. You saw that too. Oh, that would work. 4? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then You can set that and pull your oven door out. Set that on your oven door and pull your rack out and cook on top of it. That would work right. Or you could take your muffin tin, 4 tea lights, and put you some bricks. You could make it. A charcoal grill works also. Yeah, that's true. Donna says, how is Abby? She's living her best life. I told Mama today, I said, when the snow leaves, she will be depressed. I've never seen. She's got some friends. And they play in this backyard like kids. And
they don't sleigh ride, but they sure
they run and they play and they toss in that snow. I went out to, you just don't drop something on you. Woman, you just dropped something on you. I can't call you the M word anymore. I'll just start calling her woman. Would that work? Hey, woman.
Mm-mm.
I went out and fed her one of the times today. You know, I go out and feed her 4 or 5 times a day in the snow because I want something in her belly all the time. But I give her a rawhide after I fed her, and I thought she'll take that, hopefully, and go get in that bed and curl up and chill. She grabbed that rawhide and ran right in the yard and laid in the snow and just laid out there and chewed and rolled and carried on.
She loves the
I believe
snow.
she's part husky.
I believe it's gave her more energy. She just don't stay still in it.
She don't stay still anytime. Stay warm, y'all. Sharon, you too. How's Abby tonight, Gail? She's. I just came in right before I started this video, and she came up. She wouldn't come in, and went out there. That's where my head, one reason my head looks like it's been run through a hedge backwards. And the wind started picking up, and I thought, well, she'll come in. She'll do nothing normal. The porch where she's at is right in my bedroom window. So at night, if she does any movement, I hear. I heard her the other night, and I thought, what is going on? I got up, and there's a street light out there, and everything's bright. She was running in the middle of the night out in the yard, and she'd stop and look like she heard something, and she'd turn and look. And I looked, and there come her little friend, and they were out there wrestling in the middle of the night, and you know it was cold then. Both of them was out there. I don't know. They got a fur coat on. I guess they're fine. It wasn't the middle of the night. It was the middle of my night. It was about 11:30.
She don't go to bed as early as you.
She goes to bed with Mama. If you have 3 gas stoves, you have it made. Cindy, we have 1 gas stove. A range.
We've got heaters.
But we've got fireplaces, and we've got on-the-wall heaters. That's our backup heat, because we got electric heat.
On gas heat.
Well, we got gas on the HVAC. That's gas too. But when it quits blowing, you don't get any heat. So where we live, it's always been a fact. You better have backup heat of some kind. So we used to use kerosene for backup heat. We always kept kerosene in heaters, and
I didn't like that.
it smells, and you have to go get it. You have to be able to get out of the house to go get it. So you're still dependent on being able to be mobile. So when we got this gas, was our first, it was always been gas, hasn't it?
Well, we used to have the coal furnace.
We had coal my whole growing up. When I left, when I moved out, grown, they still had coal. And then some years later, they got gas HVAC. So I'll tell you when it was. I had, at my house, I had a natural log burner stove. We got without electricity one time for 3 days. And even though I lived close to here, couldn't really get over here because I couldn't get on my driveway because they come and scrape the big 2.5-foot berm and I couldn't get over it. And Dad was alive, and Mom called and told me, she said, our electricity's off. Well, mine was still on. I said, well, then y'all come over here. And she said, he won't get out. We can't get out. So I tried to get him to come over there, and then my electricity went off. But I still had the fireplace. And what did you all use for heat?
We had just the gas furnace, but it lights and operates off electricity.
Right, but what did you heat with that?
We didn't have no heat. No, we just kept the
Did
doors.
somebody bring you a kerosene heater or something?
Oh, I brought us
Yeah.
a kerosene.
Somebody brought them a kerosene heater with kerosene that time. And so they survived 2 days with no electric, no backup heat. Dad was on dialysis. But what Mama Dennis closed off the house, opened the cabinet doors, just had this little section here open, and they stayed right in here. And it was warm, she said.
Oh, yeah.
And she made Dad wear a toboggan. Now, for you people not from the South, that's not something you play in on the snow. It's a sock hat. We call them toboggans. So, Dad had to wear a toboggan. They stayed bundled up, but nobody got sick and everything worked out fine.
It was bright red, and he said, "Can you find a black one?" I said, "Ain't nobody gonna see you but me."
So then I put my foot down. And I said, you two birds got two choices. If it even clouds up, you have to come to my house. Or we're going to put in a gas fireplace. And Dad said, well, you better get your gas fireplace because I ain't going nowhere. So Mom started looking, and we fixed a gas fireplace in the living room. That was the first one we ever tried, but I knew then they would at least have heat all the time. So she loved it so good, we later put one in the sunroom in the corner just to keep it warm in there. Because the electricity went off again after I come over here, and it was warm in there, but it was still cold everywhere else. So then I started strategically getting, so I got one hung on the wall in the garage because we have water and a kitchen out there. And then we had that one in there, and we have one in the laundry room where the water is hung on the wall. So between the four of those, this stays hot. Back in the bedrooms gets a little chilly, but nothing bad.
No.
And now we have another fireplace out in the sun area, where the sun porch that we just put in. And I was going to do natural out there just to have a third option. And the guy's putting it in, he said...
He's a little bit older than me.
He said, it's going to cost you a fortune to do a real one. You know that. Because we're going to do a chimney. Not just a pipe. It's going to have to be a full-fledged chimney. And he said, and are you going to haul wood in here and take out ashes? And are you really wanting to fool with that? He said, if I was you, I'd do a gas. He said, but here's what I'll do. He's funny. He said, I'll go ahead and put in a real one. And next year, when I come up here to put the gas insert in, I'm going to laugh at you the whole time as I tried to tell you. And I said, I'd rather just do the gas than have to listen to you next year. And he said, that's what I thought. So we went with the gas, and I'm glad we did because Mama uses it daily. She wouldn't build a fire every day. But she goes out there and turns it on. And it heats that whole room.
Yeah.
It's hot.
I love standing in front of it. I could turn these others on, but I go out there and see the traffic over on the other road.
And the snow. And Abby playing in the backyard. But, so we are set for, if the electric did go off, we wouldn't be cold.
No.
And we would have coffee.
And I could put on enough clothes, I wouldn't be cold. Enough
right.
blankets and throws and stuff.
Yeah, you could use your electric throw.
I couldn't use electric if the electric was off.
I was just saying that. All right, Mom, if you ain't got nothing to add, we'll say goodbye to these fine folks and let them go.
I ate too much too fast. I was hungry. Ate all that potatoes.
You did good.
I ate all the vegetables, even the green peas, broccoli, everything I had.
You did good, Mama. One more little piece of chicken and we can call you the Pulling Plate Club.
I don't know if that'll go down or not. I'll have to get a tapping stick.
I didn't eat all mine yet, but I'm probably eat another bite of it.
Yeah.
Y'all have a blessed night. Say good night, Mama.
Good night, Mama. God bless you all. Have a wonderful and safe night.
Stay warm, folks. Bye-bye.